Good morning, everybody. Today is October 6th, 2020. Tuesday today. We have parent-teacher conference tonight through Zoom, so you guys can remind your parents about that if they want to check in with any of your teachers. They can just go to the school website, and from there they can go to where there will be a link for each individual teacher's Zoom meeting. It's always a positive thing, I think, for teachers and parents to connect and be able to talk about what's going on. So, if any of your parents have questions for me, they can either call my office, which is extension. I forget it. 207. They just call the middle school, and then 207 is my extension. They can either call me, or like I said, they can go to the school website, and I'll have a Zoom meeting going all night long until about 7:30. So they are welcome to reach out to me and go from there. So okay, so yesterday, just a quick review. We went over some prefixes. The prefixes were pre and re. If you remember, pre means before. So, for example, preschool or prevent, things like that. And then re was like to rewrite, to do something again, to write it again. So re is the prefix, write would be the base word. You guys did a great job with that. Also, we went over context clues and what a context clue is, and being able to read around, what's in a sentence to predict words that we need to, that we might not understand. So, using other words and other vocabulary that we do know around one word, so that we can figure out what that word means. That's what using context clues is. Okay, so just make sure that that's a skill that you'll need to always have, using context clues. Okay, for today, the do now. A person who fights for the blank of others, so for the rights of others, likely believes blank. Okay, a person who fights for the rights of others likely believes blank. Okay, I want you guys to do that. I'll have that for the do now. Okay, then as we look over here, okay, we're on page 44 of our real book. Okay, we've got some vocab we need to get through. Okay, so the first one is the word announce. Okay, so to you guys, what does it mean to announce something? We get on the speaker at school and we make announcements. When you go to a basketball game or a volleyball game or a football game, somebody might get on a speaker and make an announcement. When you're at church, they make announcements. When you're at meetings, they make announcements. Okay, to announce something. What does that mean to you guys? Okay, so to share what with what? In my mind, it would be like to share information, or to share important news with other people in your group, or with a group, or with a person. Okay, so I want you guys to fill that in. To share what with whom? Okay. I don't want you to write what and with whom. To share information would work. To share important news would work. And with whom are you sharing that? That's what I want you to put. Okay, with a group of people, with your friends, something like that. What types of things does your principal typically announce at the beginning of the day? At the beginning of the day, the principal typically announces things like blank and blank. Okay? I want you guys to fill that in on your own. You can do that. The next word, appear. Okay? To appear. All right, so what does it mean to appear? Last night, as I was driving home through the canyon, a deer appeared out of nowhere. Okay, so what does that mean? To me, it means to show up or enter. Okay, to show up or enter. I like that because, if someone appears in my doorway right now, they show up, right? Or they enter my doorway. What objects appear in the sky at night? Some objects that appear in the night sky may include blank and the planet blank. Okay, I want you guys to fill that in. Okay, Malala Yousafzai's amazing journey. We're just going to read this. I want you to kind of follow along and be present with it. Let's kind of get the story down, okay? Malala Yousafzai of Pakistan won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2014 for her work on behalf of children's rights, especially girls' rights to an education. She was just 17 years old. Malala is the youngest person ever to win the prize. Malala Yousafzai is born in Mingora, a city in Pakistan's Swat Valley region. So this is in 1997. Her parents belonged to the Pashtun ethnic group. They named their daughter after a warrior woman who was an Afghani folk hero. Malala of Maiwand. Malala's father records her name in the family register. In male-dominated Pakistan, this is highly unusual. Okay, so her father recorded her name in a family register, okay, which is unusual to do for women, okay. It sounds like they usually put the boys' names in there, but not the women's names, okay. So right there we can already see some discrimination. Okay, June to July 2008. So this is when she is 11 years old. The Taliban, a very strict political group in Pakistan, takes control of the Swat Valley. Taliban leaders do not believe in education for girls. They destroy several girls' schools. Malala's father, Ziauddin Yousafzai, runs her school. He knows that the Taliban could close it at any time. Okay, so down here a little bit more vocab. Ethnic means to belong to a particular race or tribe. A family register, a written record of important dates and events. Okay, we read about both of those. So, all right, so now she's 11 years old. Taliban comes in, takes over, destroys a bunch of girls' schools, and her father is running her school, but sounds like he's kind of doing it in secret, knowing the threat that it could lead to. Okay, what bad things it could lead to, the hazards. Okay, now we move over. January 3rd, 2009. A Taliban leader has announced that all Swat Valley girls will close on January 15th, 2009. The British Broadcasting Corporation, BBC, wants Malala's father. They are looking for a girl to blog about life under the Taliban. With her father's support, Malala has already spoken publicly about the threat to her right to an education and her anger about this. She agrees to write the blog. Her first post appears on the BBC website on January 3rd, 2009. Malala later receives death threats from the Taliban. Okay. All right, so an announcement that all schools will be closed. A certain broadcasting corporation, like a TV channel or something, contacts them and wants her to write about her life with school and how the Taliban is fighting against that. Okay, October 9th, 2012, so 3 years later. Malala is riding home from school when two men stop the bus. One of them has a gun. He asks which girl is Malala and then fires 4 shots, injuring 3 girls. One of the girls is Malala. She is shot in the head and nearly dies. She is rushed to a hospital in the city of Peshawar and then flown to Birmingham, England for more treatment. News of the attack causes global shock and outrage. While Malala recovers in a hospital, a group of people and organizations from around the world launched the Malala Fund. The primary aim of this fund is to promote girls' education. Okay, so she was shot. A year later, on her 16th birthday, Malala travels to United Nations headquarters in New York City. She gives a speech in support of education for all children. It is her first public speech since the shooting. In September of 2013, she was awarded the International Children's Peace Prize. A year later, on October 14th, 2014, Malala is awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for her work on behalf of children's rights, especially girls' right to an education. She is the youngest Nobel Prize winner in history. Okay, interesting kind of how that story unfolds for her. We will do this section tomorrow. Okay, so just worry about getting the vocab turned in and think about this story. Think about this girl and what she went through. Think about how life would be here if we were a part of a group or a government that did not allow everyone to receive an education. What would it be like? Okay. All right, I'm going to stop the video there. Thanks for joining in, guys, and let's keep pressing forward. So make sure, everybody, to get the vocab turned in today, and we will go from there. Thanks so much.